our loved ones has had thoughts of self-harm, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Sent a fucking mouse down the dust depths of memory.
I got it!
I dropped it, hold on. I dropped
Welcome, thank you for downloading episode 314 of Suplex City Limits, recorded live on YouTube, April 17th, 2021. Get the bitches and I'll commit the crimes, and when it's on, we transform like Optimus Prime. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and he's the Canadian Bacon Destroyer, my co-host.
destroying bacon while playing with my Optimus Prime figurine. Nobody wants to touch it because it's greasy as fuck, but you know what that means? It's all taller fudges. It's all mine. All mine.
Dude, I had to get off base from Go. Did you see that $700 Optimus Prime fucking toy that they just came out with?
No, I didn't. I feel like I need to look
blowing.
at it. Is he huge?
Dude, it's huge, and it does a million different things. It completely transforms on its own and shit.
On its own. Like, you don't even have to... So I will tell you this. I had a big Optimus Prime when I was a kid. Like, let's say 2 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
I was too stupid of a kid to be able to use it because I couldn't figure out how to transform it. So I got rid of it. And I gave it to a buddy of mine. We're still friends to this day. And guess what? That thing's worth a lot of money now. Even out of the box. If you have all the pieces, it's worth a lot of money.
I don't doubt that in the slightest. But yeah, this one's fucking insane. It does. You just do voice commands. You can also do it with your phone. And it has a bunch of different shit. It'll turn from a robot into a truck. And you'll hear the motor and shit, and it will drive away from your fucking ass. Yeah, dude. Crazy.
I wish.
Anyway,
I wish I was a kid again.
Suplex City Limits, available for listening everywhere fine podcasts are found. You can follow me on the show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at The Federation. If you dig the show, consider supporting it by picking up a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees, or becoming a producer, getting yourself a shout out like all these big dick motherfuckers. Justin, Robert Daly, Evil Evan, B Rad Brad, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni Tyloni, and of course C Money. Those are executive producers. The biggest of the big dick energy.
Yeah, those have, they have the aura around their dicks.
Yeah. And if I were gay, I'd marry Terry Ansel, Lucas Gucci Balducci, Plain Vanilla Martin Korn, our friends at the Smack It Down podcast. Caleb, you just see the size of his organ field. Morganfield.
OG Big Dick Energy guy.
What's up?
OG Big Dick Energy guy.
Yeah. Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz and Kick-Ass Keith Martin. Thank you very much. This week on the show, I'm sick as fuck.
Yeah, it's not COVID, though. Don't worry. You won't catch it.
It's not COVID. I'm 100% vaccinated now.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Can't do that in Canada yet.
But it's Saturday. It's about noon. We've waked. We're baking. How stoned are you? You smoking a joint right now?
Actually, I'm rolling the joint right now, actually.
A little behind schedule.
Huh? A little behind schedule, yeah. But you know what? We were on time today. That's why.
I can't believe the show started at noon.
I know, right? Right at noon. The countdown started literally at 9:55.
Oh, shit. This week we'll talk the first week of No Wednesday Night War. We've got some WrestleMania, a bunch of releases in WWE. More to come, they say. Who knows? We'll talk about it.
Who knows?
Top 3, all kinds of shit. So let's get into this motherfucker. with this week's SCL Top 3, as always, bitch.
Top 3.
Suplex City Limits Top 3, our top 3 matches of the week.
Yes.
I usually would throw it to you, but like if you're trying to roll a joint, I mean,
No,
shit.
no, I multitask like a motherfucker, bro. Except for like producing the show, I can roll joints and talk like anybody's business. The top three.
Dude.
The top 3 starts off with number 3. It is the main event for AEW Dynamite this week. A nice little brawl of sorts, especially when you think of who was in it. It's Darby Allin taking on Matt Hardy. Darby Allin kind of making Matt Hardy relevant again. Or at least this match is helping him do it. There was a little bit of shenanigans, a little bit of run-ins, but hey, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match, so you can get behind it. But Darby really threw his body, against the wall, really, per se, almost literally, with like that bump that he took into the guardrail. I just cringed at that every last fucking moment of it. But hey, he did it for our enjoyment.
Yeah, that was a pretty good match. Matt Hardy tried really fucking hard.
Yeah, he did.
So that was cool.
Yeah, he cut a really good promo too the week before. I don't think it was on Dynamite. I think it was just on I think actually it was on Being the Elite where he cut a good promo. Shame.
I thought this was a pretty good match. It did suffer from a lot of the stuff that they have where there's just way too much bullshit in it. People running in and stuff. Especially on this show, it was the second match like that.
Yeah. It's almost TNA territory to me because like watching the TNA arc now for the Federation, that's something that happens a lot. There's a lot of brawling through the crowds. Doesn't matter if it's a hardcore match or anything along that ilk. It doesn't matter. The ref is going to let them brawl through the crowd, going to let them do everything illegal. But at least this was a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Big coffin drop off the lighting rig for the finish. Pretty good shit.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2 is a rare cruiserweight title match in our top 3 between Santos Escobar, the new cruiserweight champion, taking on Kushida, the new cruiserweight champion.
Getting that new. Yeah, dude. This was a good match, but this should have been like, this is a dream match. Why are matches that would be dream matches not dream matches in WWE? Maybe because they just
throw them
don't
together.
build them. Like they don't give a fuck about the history, or
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's just a TV match. It's just a match.
Yeah, but it's still a decent match, though. It's nice to see Kushida finally get something going. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah, but dude, he left New Japan 2 years ago.
I know.
Because he was stuck in the junior heavyweight division. Takes him 2 years and he's the cruiserweight champ. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that, man.
A dude that could have been on top of that cruiserweight division from the day one that he was there took him 2 years to get there. That says a lot.
I mean, maybe he's happy over here. He's like Nakamura. A lot of fans think, oh, he doesn't get used. He must be. He's having the time of his fucking life. He doesn't give a shit. Trust me.
No. He's in America.
You know what I'm saying?
He's posting videos of getting vaccinated. He's having a blast.
He's out surfing, his family. There's some people who are just happy to fucking like, dude, I'm in America. This is good shit,
Yeah.
They're making money. They're having a good time with it. But I don't know. It's so sad.
It is, isn't it? Sad times we live in.
It's so sad what happened to Kushida. But this was a very good match. I wish it would have been a pay-per-view dream match, 20 minutes, but
yeah. I want to give kudos to Santos Escobar before the match. He cut a fantastic promo for a dude whose English is a second language. Because, you could not tell. And if you come back and say you could tell he was, he didn't speak English, his first language is Spanish, I would call you a liar because, it's almost fluent. You know what I mean? There's a hinge. There's not even, an accent.
If only they could find that big, Hispanic star.
If only.
He's not big enough. He'll never be that guy because he's not big enough.
Yeah, but nobody's ever going to be big enough. When was the last time you seen a Mexican wrestler, a luchador, that was huge? When was the last time? What, Taurus? He's still 5 foot fuck all, right? Like,
I don't know. I'm not a luchador necessarily, but Hispanic dudes. I mean, Damian Priest is a Hispanic dude.
yeah, I suppose you could say Damian Priest is.
I don't know what that dude is. I'm
He's
just
Puerto
guessing.
Rican. He's Puerto Rican. So yes, you know what I mean. Like he's got that ilk there, but like at the same time, Damian Priest can't speak, and he's half of the worker that Escobar is. You know what I mean? And
Well, of course,
look at
he's
Escobar.
only like 40
too.
years old too.
Escobar, I'm a heterosexual male over here. Escobar's a good looking fucking dude. You know
You
what
believe
I
that
mean?
he wrestled his entire career in Mexico under a mask?
Right?
He's like Andrade, you know? Like, holy
Exactly.
fuck, look how handsome this guy
Yeah,
is.
it's like it's like Stephanie McMahon with Ultimo Dragon back in the day. Like she did not want Ultimo Dragon to wear a mask because he was too handsome.
That's a good point here in the chat. Shout out to Brad. That Darby and Matt had the first commentator table spot in AEW. How long's that show been on the air?
Oh fuck!
And how many? Every single week on Raw and shit.
Yeah.
Commentary table break.
Yeah. It's like what? It's been a year and a half now. Hasn't
Yeah.
it? And yeah, no, that's wild. I didn't realize
That's
that until I
good
seen it
stuff,
in the
yeah.
chat.
That's good stuff.
It is. I like that. I was also a really big fan of the press conference for Impact Wrestling between Rich Swann and Kenny Omega. When Kenny Omega said this match is going to go down in the annals of time, and then Tony Khan just like annals going down in the annals of time. I just fucking died. To me, it's like that's what I want in wrestling. You know what I mean? I want that kind of comedy, but I know not everybody else wants it.
There you go. That is number 2. And number 1.
Yeah, number 1 is well, obviously it's the top 3 mainstay, Phoenix and Pac taking on the Young Bucks. I'm pretty sure the Young Bucks have the most top 3 spots. It's a toss up between Young Bucks, Ospreay, and Omega. One of the 3 has the top, but all 3 are top 3, and just Phoenix is going to catch up to him fast. But this match was great, except for Matt and his heel antics. I want to put this match as number 1 because it's a great match. But that whole thing where Matt was mocking himself, his old self, I thought was cheesy and corny as fuck. Just the bouncing around he's doing on the opposite side. I just didn't like it. It's just, to me, it was too much. You can find a way to be a heel without looking like a fucking douchebag.
I like how they ended up in the wrong corner.
Well, yeah, but that's supposed to be by design because that's their old corner. You know what I mean? That's the good guys' corner, which I never ever realized was a thing. I didn't know there was a good guys and a bad guys' corner. I never realized it. I don't think it was ever said, so I never really looked.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool too, right?
It is
never
cool,
was
yeah.
said, but they did it for a year and a half.
Yeah, but then they try to do it as a fucking storyline, and it goes way over my head. You know what I mean? It's just like, what is he doing? Why is he in their corner?
I thought it was awesome, dude.
Hey,
I like that.
to each their own.
And
Maybe
they're
I'm alone in this.
Young Buck heels. It's the way they should be, dude. It's the best place for those little cunts, you know?
Oh yeah, especially when you go backstage and they're wearing salt and pepper leather hats, looking like they're part of 98 Degrees. Oh my fuck, I died. I thought that was amazing.
Salt and pepper's here. No, I thought he looked like Mr. Slave or something from fucking South Park. Just a regrettable hat decision.
Oh yeah, and then the big earring too that Nick Jackson has now looks. Oh, and then Luke Gallows had a pirate earring. It looked like these guys look like the biggest douchebags, and I love it.
Well, he's got that Nick's got the fucking stupid leather hat on, and then later on, Matt's got a leather fucking bandana on and shit. So dumb.
That promo I thought was a highlight of AEW. The whatever you want to call them, OG Bullet Club promo, the Elite. I don't know what their name is.
Yeah, it's great. And they fucking Callis super kicks the cameraman.
Oh fuck yeah! Just for the Bucks to not do it and Callis does it, I just popped that. I think they're a good place going forward. And then you give it a couple weeks, he's also going to have that Impact Championship too, because Rich Swann ain't going to win that title. That
Yeah.
ain't gonna fucking happen. I also want to shout out to Brad is saying in the chat too. He liked how the camera was originally at the face tunnel when the Young Bucks came out, and then had to pan over to the heel tunnel. I thought that was a nice little nod.
It's
too.
great.
Yeah,
It's fucking great, dude.
yeah.
I love that somebody gives a shit enough to do these things, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I agree. But like I said, I just wasn't a fan of just Matt's heel antics. Nick, to me, is a more purebred heel because he has that shithead face where he'll just look and give that grin, that Joker-esque grin. It's like you're a piece of shit, and I know it. Just
It's easy to hate. I hate them even on their faces. Like I'll always say, great match by them, great promo by them, but like underlying, I don't fucking like those guys. I think they're fucking condescending pricks.
Okay, their Twitter account has been can't miss either now.
It's been great. Yeah, this is a perfect place for them, man.
Yeah.
I've never in the history of time got behind cheering the Bucks, wanting them to be faces. Their heels are perfect. We all need dangling cross earrings, dude. If we can find some upside down cross earring, maybe.
Send me one, Eve 11. Send me one.
Did anyone rock that shit back in the day?
The dangling cross earrings?
Dude, I fucking rocked dangling earrings. Dude, dragons and shit.
Not in Newfoundland.
Big. And like I'm talking, this is like early 90s. I'm like 12 or 13 probably. And one ear pierced because like back then that was the jam. And like fucking skeletons or skull dangly fucking earring and shit. Oh yeah.
I just had a silver earring. That's what I had.
In one ear?
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those.
Like Tony Schiavone?
Yeah. It just wasn't. It was a thicker gauge silver earring. But yeah. And then at one point in time, Jim, you're gonna fucking love this. I tried to put a Blink-182 belly button ring in my ear.
Dude, why? Some of those things, it's like, just file it under, like, just don't tell people.
It's on YouTube for everyone to see now. Everybody in the chat knows. You can all make
Sometimes I'll think of things that I'm like, oh, that'd be funny to bring up on the show, but then I'm like, I can't expose that shit about myself. Stuff like that. Fuck me.
Fucking hell, dude. This is great.
But anyway, it was very good. The tuna Meltzer gave it a 5 stars and made a bunch of people mad.
Fuck it. I love it too. They go on Twitter, then it's like another 5-star match by the Young Bucks on free TV for all you fans. It's like, condescending sons of bitches.
Yeah, it's really good. But I suppose that does it for the top 3. Oh, they also did tease a new member.
Did they?
Brad being here makes the show better.
Brad being here does make the show better. Thank you, Brad, for coming back. Not discrediting everybody else like loyal Eve 11 who is here every week or anybody else. Fuck you, Justin Daly. I do. I do love Blink.
He does, dude.
But on the same time, though, I love all kinds of other things too. They're just one facet of it. Like a new band called Origami Angel. I'm getting it in, Jim.
At first I really kind of shit on you, and I mean that band does suck dicks, but
I totally understand somebody saying that because like
until I came really to the realization that like I got into like punk in the early 90s because of popular punk bands.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like Green Day, fucking Dookie, and Rancid when they hit.
Yeah,
and shit like that was like I got into punk, and then I went backwards. So I started with pop punk shit.
Yeah,
well, Rancid's not pop punk.
No,
but
there's more ska.
Green Day is.
Green
Day was kind of like
pop punk. Yeah.
Anyway, so I understand it.
That's good. Yeah. Hey, Eve 11, Cheshire Cat. To me, Cheshire Cat and Dude Ranch are the big albums for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the Enema of the State. Enema of the State is really good, but like those albums is not really what I'm into. But it's the beginning ones. They're great.
You see, it's your boy Babs.
Piercing his dick. Yep. Said all the small things. You fucking guy.
Burbs enters the chat and immediately just like boom, bomb of a joke, man. It's like right on you, motherfuckers. Can't help but be entertaining. Fuck the
God.
show. Let's just sit and talk to chat.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck wrestling. Let's talk about all the music we don't want anybody to know we like Celine Dion.
Let's keep this shit moving. That was this week's SCL top 3. So moving on, talk about other shit. You watched day 2 of WrestleMania. I watched 0 minutes and 0 seconds
Of any
of
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, and it feels tremendous.
You know what, man? Like, say what you will. Because
I do every week for 2 hours.
WrestleMania, it wasn't the greatest show, you know what I mean? But as somebody who had not watched WWE in a very long time, it was at least some kind of breath of fresh air, because the whole stagnancy of the WWE, where it's like same thing in and out, it kind of wears away when you don't watch it for like a year and you go and you watch WrestleMania. It's like, okay, yeah, WWE style. I know what's going to happen here, but at least I haven't watched it in so long. There were some highlights to it. Zayn and Owens was good. If they had more than like fucking 11 minutes, it would have been tremendous.
They had the 417th best match they've ever had together.
Yeah. Randy, but Jim, we got to talk about Randy Orton and The Fiend, though.
Can I talk about, dude, I remember just back in the day, just growing up, what I got into WrestleMania for, you build all year for heels to win matches and become new champions and shit. What happened to the babyface build-up for the big WrestleMania moment? And all the baby faces go over in a triumph, and then we start over again. Just no, heels win. Heel. The second day of the show, it's just heel. It's all heels.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's the heel. He wins the tag team women's match. Heels. Owens is a face, I guess.
Is
right?
Randy Orton a heel?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
How? But
he lit the Fiend on fire, dude.
I guess that's kind of a heel thing to do.
So Owens is a face. Is Sheamus a heel?
Well, Matt Riddle's dumb and stupid, so you can't be dumb, stupid, and a shithead. You know what I mean? So.
Well, Riddle's a heel too, but
is he a heel? Well, I don't fucking know, man.
Dude, Apollo Crews.
He's a heel.
Becomes the Intercontinental Champion. Holy fuck! Just doing a fake African accent in a drum match, and there was just drums around the ring.
Yeah. The weapons were going to mimic the sound of drums. That's how hard they were going to hit them. That's the point of that match. Fuck that match. But just to me, the whole Randy Orton, the Fiend starts. Okay, the Fiend does this entrance. I was just like, oh, this entrance ain't too bad. He transforms into the old Fiend from his Jason Fiend self, with magical fireflies carrying his new montage into his body. And then he comes out then Alexa Bliss comes out and it starts going downhill, because already it's like, okay, you're trying to sexualize a girl, pretending she's 12. And then he comes out of the Jack in the Box and it fucking dies. You know what I mean? Like, from the Jack in the Box on is just garbage. Especially when Alexa Bliss comes out from the box and then just black ooze just oozes down her head. It's just like...
And like I said, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Randy Orton beats him in a singles match in 5 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Did anything crazy happen?
No. After the match, literally.
He beat the guy in 5 minutes in a regular match. What was that?
The whole build up to this match really just led to the Fiend getting distracted by Alexa Bliss and her black ooze, and he gets RKO'd, and then he gets up and lights go out and they're all gone. And it's like, oh, okay,
cool.
And then the crowd booed mercifully throughout the whole night.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about any of this shit, honestly.
There's nothing really to talk about when it comes to the women's tag match or anything like that.
The show ends, and the heel who's been running this fucking show and company for I don't know how long he's been doing this, for fucking ever, who has people come out and help him win every single match.
Yeah.
Repeatedly help him. He wins at WrestleMania by pinning 2 insane fan favorites.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
pins both of them. He puts both
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, on top of each other.
Yeah, have a good one. Fucking fighting. They blow off fireworks. What? I don't understand, man. The fuck are we? Like, what's happening? Why do people watch this?
Yeah, no. Like
Jesus.
the main event match as a whole in a vacuum was fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's not what WrestleMania or your biggest show should be. And you know what it is? Roman Reigns is their guy no matter what. And if he's going to be their guy and he has to be a heel for, you know, to not look as bad, they're going to do it. Whatever they can do to have Roman Reigns as the biggest guy, they're going to do it. They don't care if you go home, you know, not happy, right? Like, Jim, the only WrestleMania I ever went to, okay, ended with a heel winning the title. But it was because of the Money in the Bank cash-in.
Yeah, that was something that was exciting
Exactly.
and people were like into.
Exactly. So like we left whatever that stadium is called, I can't remember. In San Francisco. And we left there just like really excited. It's like that was really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't help that we got to ask Dave Meltzer questions on the bus on the way back to the hotel. You know what I mean? Like that helps a lot too. It makes it a little bit more exciting. But you know, it was just that's how you want people to leave WrestleMania. You don't want them to leave with like, oh, the bad guy that proclaims that he runs this place just beat everybody.
B-Rad fact: every title holder in WWE is a heel except for Bianca Belair.
Everyone.
That
And it's,
in
like,
WWE.
it's crazy too. Like they made Rhea Ripley a heel.
They have a zillion fucking championships too, right? I mean, they have. Wait, who's the 24/7 champ, dude?
Oh, I think it's Ron Killings. So maybe.
Me too.
I think it's Killings, yeah. So if you count Killings, there's two. But
Okay, that's not real. But they have, you know, they have tag team women's belts. They have women's belts on each show. They got all this shit. So
yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't know what you're trying to fucking accomplish with all that. You just haven't beat Edge if that wasn't the issue.
Yeah,
If you're
or
gonna
Pete
beat
Bryan.
Edge, just beat Edge. Like, hey, who else could we? Let's put in the other guy who everybody loves. And just put him in. We'll beat him too. Oh God!
Like
And then
they dropped the ball on the Edge thing. You know what I mean? Building up to this. I mean, I think that's been proven that Edge ain't a draw. You know what I mean? But
well, yeah, but no, of course not. But people still like him.
oh yeah, people like him. He's a good addition to the show, but people aren't going to come for him. You know what I mean? Like people aren't going to see Edge on a matinee that haven't watched wrestling in 15 years. They're going to be like, oh, I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And his tag team partner is not going to do that either on the other show. I don't.
No,
think.
not even close.
I don't know. I guess I got 1.2 million this week, so who fucking knows?
Right?
That's what I'm talking about. So, if that doesn't wrap up WrestleMania, one other thing I wanted to talk about is on NXT. They do this whole thing with the three women's champions.
Yeah.
Disregard, I guess, that the other two were in a blood feud like
Oh,
just
yeah.
a month ago or something. So.
Oh yeah. Dude, like at least they had the wherewithal to have Raquel Gonzalez act like she's on edge when she came out. But like it went away really fast. and then they show you a picture of them like probably around their blood feud of them just standing backstage on of NXT back, you know, in the past.
So Raquel Gonzalez, is that her name? Yeah. She might be champion in 3 months. Just how they book down there. You know, they're not quick to change him. But the other two, forget about it, dude. Bianca Belair and who the fuck else is the champion?
Rhea Ripley.
Oh, yeah, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley's
They won't
going to
be
lose it to Charlotte in probably a month.
Yeah, they won't have those belts by the end of summer. Probably like with SummerSlam.
Oh.
Day after SummerSlam, neither will have them.
And then Becky comes back on SmackDown and takes Bianca's belt before SummerSlam for sure.
Well, there you go. Yeah. I just thought it was funny. They're like, oh, this big moment. And doesn't matter, man.
Nope.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't mean a roll
You think
fucking
Bianca
thing.
Belair is just going to be just like fucking anybody else on that roster. Who like Naomi, right? They pushed her super hard for a while, and she's over still.
Yeah.
Like she's not even on the show sometimes, and her name fucking trends on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, go fuck yourself. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I like you could see just everybody's blood boiling when a picture of the Observer came out, and he said that while Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair was a good match, you can find better matches on any Stardom show. I can just feel the buttholes clenching of every WWE stan all in unison. And
I mean, it's true, dude.
It is. I've seen the last 2 big Stardom shows. I've been on Red Leaf Retrocast to get the backstory on them, each one of them, and it's
like every match on the show, pretty much.
Every match on the show was almost better than that. You know what I mean? It's just,
yeah.
It's wild. Like, while it's still a good match, you know what I mean? I enjoyed watching Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. I'm not afraid to admit it. But, like, the Stardom show I watched was much better, and I don't know if you can hear the dogs barking outside my house, but there's a lot of dogs barking outside my house. I feel like there's a gang of dogs coming to beat me up, actually.
A roaming pack of dogs.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it is. That's how it is up here, eh? You know,
you just roam. You know, you wait until the moose come.
Yeah. Hope you don't get caught coming from between the car to the house by a roaming pack of dogs.
Right? Did you see that video of the bobcat?
Yeah, dude.
What a wild fucking video. He just grabs the bobcat and throws it.
That dude has to win every fucking argument forever.
Yeah.
Like, you saved your wife's life by fighting a bobcat, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you're the man.
Yeah. Just anything. Like, do you remember that time I saved your fucking life from a bobcat?
You still never ever got me that casserole there. You know, I think
that dude would just like snap his fingers and for blowjobs, just like saved your fucking life, man. Yeah, damn. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you have anything else to talk about as far as that shit goes?
No. WrestleMania was WrestleMania. Like somebody said, it was like a C, and I agree. It was C. You know what I mean? But a C WWE show was fun, especially now. Maybe it was because there was a crowd. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why I enjoyed it as much as I did, because finally you got to see a wrestling show here in North America with an actual crowd.
I suppose, dude. I like I said, I didn't watch it, but based on everything I've heard of it and I've seen and read about it and everything, I don't know how that's a C show. But like, what was the good matches? Bianca and Sasha was a pretty good match. Other than that, like,
I thought the main event was good on night 2. I thought Owens and Zayn was fun. The Bad Bunny match trumped everything on WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There was, that's what comes to mind. It's like
three or four matches.
Yeah, in 2 nights. But you know what though? NXT was the same. There was only like 3 or 4 real surprise ones. Night 2 was a real dull on both aspects, actually.
Yeah, 1 night worth of matches that are worth a fuck.
You could make
both of those shows.
You could have made one really good show out of these 2 WrestleMania nights. I truly believe it.
Same with NXT. There was a bunch of bullshit on NXT.
Yeah.
2 days of takeover.
Yep. Agreed.
Whatever. But I guess it's a way around. I mean, you can't act like AEW doesn't do fucking 4-hour shit too.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate how long those shows are.
I can live with it once every 4 months like they do. That's fine by me. I wouldn't want to watch.
There's always shit on it that's like just doesn't matter. What was the last one? Had like a Matt Hardy match that shouldn't even be on there.
But you know what though? It gives me time to go for a smoke because I watch it live. I don't want to really, you know what I mean? Like, that's fine by me. I wouldn't want a show where, like, when I went to All Out, okay, after the Kenny Omega Pac match, I was so amped up I had to go for a smoke. But you know what? I had to miss the Joshi match. You know what I mean? Rio and Hikaru Shida. So it's just like, that's the downfall to having like that would be like not paced well, because like everybody went for a smoke after Kenny Omega and Pac. Like, it was packed.
Yeah. Well, I think it would have been anywhere on that show. I mean, it's just
that's what I mean. But
that's like a women's match, like especially one that has no build or anything like that. People are like,
Yeah, but you got, in that instance, you got two women that nobody knows about. You think you'd want people to want to watch it instead of like giving them a reason to leave. You know what I mean? That's where a Matt Hardy match would be well placed. Apologies.
If you throw any of these shows at me like that with a women's match, where especially if it has no build or anything, I don't watch it like any of the women's wrestling on AEW. I hate to report to you guys.
I sit down. I don't usually miss anything on Dynamite.
Sometimes I do. Like I'll watch Thunder Rosa matches, and you know, I don't skip them all. But sometimes I like this week. What was some of the ones where like I'm not gonna watch that?
Yeah, there's Cargill and Red Velvet, which was actually is not too bad. I like Red Velvet. I think she could be really good. Cargill has a lot of upside too, but I mean she's got a long ways to go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She makes me feel funny. No, she makes me feel weird about like I don't like muscular looking chicks, like sexually attractiveness. But that chick is hot as shit.
Yeah. When I told Travis she was that you said she was a muscly Lisa Turtle, he fucking lost his mind.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because she has like a lot of the muscle bound chicks just like the face goes, you know? Like they don't have a fucking hot face. Like she's got a hot face and the body.
She does. Yeah, she's a really pretty girl. Really pretty girl.
She could be a fucking superhero in a superhero movie or something.
Well, yeah, because she mimics Storm. That's her whole gimmick.
Wait, what? I was going to say she could be Storm, but she mimics her? I didn't really know that.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, a storm is coming in her music video. There's a lightning bolt. Her with blonde hair. To me, it's definitely a Storm vibe from X-Men. And hey, I'm all about it, man. I always thought Storm was the hottest X-Men. Her and Rogue.
I never considered who's the hottest X-Men in my fucking life. This guy over here. Oh yeah, I need to. I got a top 3, man.
Yeah, Jubilee's right at the bottom.
Hottest X-Men characters. I'm not gay, but of course Wolverine's number 1. You know.
Go Sideburns. Oh, fucking hell. Nightcrawler is about number 22. Blue. Not a fan.
Nightcrawler.
Beast is a little too hairy for me. Plus, Fraser's not really my thing.
Oh, she also cosplays as Storm. She should be Storm in the movie, man. I mean, like, who's better than that?
Really, though? I mean, we've heard her talk, right? Like...
I think she's been better. The problem was at times they gave her that super long live promo.
Yeah.
If you give like a backstage film it thing and you're like, no, that sucks, dude, again, then she's good.
Yeah. And then they edit those together to make her talk a little faster.
Make it better. Yeah. Live on a mic, no, I wouldn't do that.
No. God, no.
We found that out pretty quick, but so there's that. Other things, I guess, AEW. Little things I thought, I love the beginning of it, that Mike Tyson, is he excited to be the guest enforcer? Happy to, no, he is delighted. I'm delighted to be the guest enforcer. Delighted.
He is definitely a mystical creature of sorts.
I fucking love him, dude.
Just like listening to him talk was like, how did anybody ever find him intimidating ever? And then you look back at footage and it's like,
not because he was, because he's a fucking murderer, dude. Like, you get in the ring with that dude, he will knock your fucking head off, But he'll also like,
call your mother afterwards to say hi and is happy.
Talk kissy to his birds. He has like doves. You ever seen him with his doves?
No.
Or pigeons. They're pigeons. Yeah, he's like he's got a rooftop thing full of pigeons.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
And he's big into like pigeon flying, and it's fucking crazy when you see like Tyson.
Flying.
He's holding these little birds and shit. Yeah.
Like, what, you just tie a string to the pigeon?
What? No, man. Like,
flying?
People are into those. People have a bunch of them, and they have races and shit. Like, you send your fucking because you can send these pigeons to go places
like
and come back
pigeons?
and shit.
Like carrier pigeons?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've seen the shit where there's like competitions where they send the birds off and then I don't fucking know. Track them and shit and then like figure out so I don't know. But anyway, that's what he does. He's into that shit.
Shit.
It's fucking weird.
Wild.
Yeah, he's great. It's because that cartoon. It's fucking great.
Yeah, Mike Tyson Adventures or Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Mysteries.
Yeah, it's really good, really good.
Yeah, he's a fucking national treasure, man.
He is, and to think now, like, call me an old man and call me out of touch, but like AEW's got like Shaq and Mike Tyson. WWE has Logan Paul. It's like, what? You know, like, which would, to me, like, the celebrity appearances on Dynamite are much better than what WWE's done in a long time.
Yeah. If I find myself getting derailed, I'll like look at chat and I'll forget what I was going to say. I had something good too, you fuckers.
Yeah, it's all your guys' fault.
Yeah. No, just nobody let the fucking woke wrestling fans on Twitter know that Mike Tyson was in prison for rape and shit.
Yeah.
Don't tell them about all the stuff Mike's done, okay? Because then AEW will get canceled. I'm serious. These people don't know.
Yeah. No,
they're all the people who do that shit and start all that shit, and the people who are like, but then why what's that motherfucker's name even? He hasn't been on TV in so long. Why does Velveteen Dream still have a job?
Yeah.
They legit are too young to know that Tyson, all the shit that Tyson's done.
Yeah. No, they probably have no unearthly idea. It's like when they found out Johnny Depp did blackface in fucking Tropic Thunder. Not Johnny Depp,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm really high too. We all know what you're talking about, even though you don't have it, and even though I don't have it.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. I just rewatched that recently for the first time in a few years. Because I saw people complaining, and I was like, "This movie's tremendous,
it's magnificent. It's
funny as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's great from get go with the trailers. It's just boom.
Yeah, it's just really good. But moving through this, I don't know. Anthony Ogogo had versus a jobber. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to do the slow build on him. Do you know what I mean? See what they can do with them.
Yeah, but I don't know. That was a good show. A lot of people were really on about it. I didn't think it was like a top notch show. I guess I thought it was pretty good.
But I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, nothing really of. I don't really have anything else to say about Dynamite.
Well, there you go. I suppose we're 45 minutes in. Is this? You want to take an? I'm good to keep going. You want to take an intermission?
I mean, I can tinkle. I can tinkle.
All right.
If you want to
do that. What's up?
I said, if you want to.
There you go. Do a 5-minute intermission. Stretch. Do some push-ups. Take a piss. Have a smoke.
Or you can just listen to the horror. Fucking They Live for Horror podcast that we got for the intermission.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
The replay button.
Are we still going?
We're still going. Why wouldn't we be going? This movie, I know we've covered this before, but like I said, we wanted to go back and go over some of the stuff we've done. I got you into this movie.
Yes, you did.
I said, Tom, you need to watch this movie. My wife and I have probably seen this movie 30, 40 times. Together.
I'm near 20.
Yeah. We forced our friend Scotty, who happens to be sitting in the studio with us today, to watch it. Have you watched it yet, Scotty?
No.
Get the fuck out of the studio.
Go.
Get out. You're gone.
Sorry.
Banned for life.
That's Scotty leaving.
Didn't even trail off. Terrible sound effects. We have no budget for this podcast though, so I mean maybe you know what? Do it again. Get out, Scotty. There he goes. That's the door closing.
Yep. He's gone. No sign of him.
The idea behind this movie, so there's this. By the way, this movie starts off like a fucking shot in the night, man. It immediately grabs a hold of you. You just hear gunshot blasts from a house. Dude comes running off into the woods. They light somebody on fire, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
That's my pick and nits right there.
Hold on, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
The movie based around the sheriff of a small town. They end up at a hospital that's closing down. So only like a quarter of the hospital is usable. Very bare bones cast. Not a lot of people in this movie. One trivia fact is eventually, blah, blah, blah. If you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to hear spoilers, why are you listening to this podcast?
Yep.
Watch the movie, then listen to this podcast. So there's a cult.
Yep.
And they start showing up at the hospital when weird shit starts happening at the hospital. But the fun fact, I think you pointed this out to me, is all of those cult members, they show a bunch of them. It's like the same two people just used over and over again in post. Yeah. Interesting way to do that.
It is.
When you have no money to
You'll
make
know
a movie.
when they lift the blade, they all lift the blade.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
It was almost like they were synchronized, like you were supposed to, but no, it's all the same person.
Yeah.
The same two people. This movie was supposed to have Roddy Piper in it, in the role of
Is he the father?
Yeah, as the father of the boy who has that big wound on his neck. It ends up being played by Daniel Fathers, interesting enough. And his name is just the father in the movie, Daniel Fathers. That part was actually supposed to be played by Roddy Piper. Unfortunately, Roddy Piper passed before they could do production of the movie. Probably the most well-known actor in this movie is Kenneth Welsh, who's done a bunch of horror movies and other movies. He was in Twin Peaks. He was in The Fog. He plays an amazing Dr. Richard Powell, thank you. And you don't find out until about halfway through the movie that he's the villain of the movie.
That's true. He plays it kind of like in Hellraiser, our last episode.
Yeah.
How that guy plays something nice.
Yeah, except there isn't like
He doesn't really
a mentality switch forced on him. He's just that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The hospital used in this film was actually a former high school.
Yeah.
Up in Ontario, Canada. This entire movie was shot and produced in Canada. And Stephen Kostanski is a Canadian filmmaker.
Oh.
And as part of the rule for making movies in Canada, you have to have a certain percentage of your cast be Canadian actors or actresses.
Oh, okay.
So a few of these actors are actually Canadian actors.
Including Kenneth.
Yep.
Yeah.
The movie tagline for this was, "There is a hell, this is worse."
It fits.
Yep. Stephen Kostanski actually used that for one of his short films in college. That same exact line. He just repurposed it for this movie.
Cool.
We'll get to it in your picking nits. It's something I found out in my research of this movie. I'll bring up my picking nits as well. But to continue into this movie, there is some of the greatest practical effects horror, which is why I love it so much. You and I are out on CGI and horror.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Other than I think there's some really good stuff in. I'm trying to think the name of the movie. Insidious. There's some good stuff in Insidious that's CGI based. But like, did you ever see the remake or the ends up being a prequel, but the remake of The Thing from like 2012? Did you ever watch that?
I think I have. Yeah.
The CGI in that is so bad.
Okay.
And it ruins it. It just fucking it's not as good, man.
Okay.
Because of that. This movie almost all practical effects. Same with Psycho Gorman, which I keep telling you need to watch Psycho Gorman. Don't go in thinking it's as scary as The Void.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a horror movie, but it is fucking graphic and gory and hilarious and fucking awesome.
Excellent.
I'm only using The Void, one of my all-time favorite horror movies, to now get you to watch everyone to watch Psycho Gorman. I get no residuals or kickbacks from the creators of Psycho Gorman. As a matter of fact, I actually have a restraining order against me from Stephen Kostanski because I won't leave him alone. That's not true.
That is true.
It is. Why are you back here, Scotty? Get out! Go watch The Void. Yeah, run away, bitch.
We're back.
What the fuck, dude?
I clicked on the wrong guy, and we came back in the news, but it's not the news. Jim, take it away.
What is coming up on the Federation, sir?
Coming up on the Federation will be a Brian Pillman double feature. Actually, Monday will be Was it Slammiversary? TNA Slammiversary 2006. King of the Mountain match. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You don't have to, actually.
Well, yeah, all right. Well, I mean,
No, I mean, a King of the Mountain match, it's not a good match, in my opinion. It's like the penalty box, reverse ladder. You know, it's just reverse ladder match, like where you got to climb, put the belt up. It's just a stupid gimmick. But it's a good show.
Wait, you have to put the belt up there?
Yeah, and okay, so this is how a King of the Mountain match. A King of the Mountain match, that's not it. There's more. So 5 people start, right? Well, 5 people are there most of the time. You have to get a pinfall in order to qualify to put the belt up. Okay. The person that takes the pin has to go into the penalty box for 2 minutes. So he can't do anything but sit there and watch.
No.
All while everybody who's gotten a pin puts the title on. It's ridiculous.
No. No.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking TNA. Fucking idiots. Well, there you go. Check that out. Federation. If you like this show, you love that show.
Yeah, just check it out just for us to talk about that match alone.
Jesus. Oh, boy. On the SCL Network side of things, there is a new episode of the Check Engine Light podcast in the can. We're just in post-production on it right now. That'll be on the YouTube channel hopefully early this week.
There you go.
Sooner if I don't, get a hold of Randy and stop him from editing to play Xbox.
You still playing the Outriders?
Yeah, I'm starting to get bored of it, though.
That's fair. Have you at least finished the story portion of it?
No, it's a huge game.
Oh.
I'm not starting to get bored of it. I don't know. I am just kind of a little bit, yeah. But
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah.
I just been playing Hitman 2 still through Hitman 3.
Go.
I'm almost finished. I got a couple missions left. I'm really glad I played those 2 games first just for the story aspect because it is a cool story.
Slipped into video games in the middle of my plugs. Check out the Light podcast on YouTube and later audio only, but watch it on YouTube. Old Guy Metalcast, we're recording a new episode Sunday, tomorrow, from the recording of this.
Woot woot.
We were going to have a guest, but he's not going to make it, so we're going to get high and talk metal and Satan and being an old man. We talk about in a full review. Someone in here was talking earlier about the new Cannibal Corpse album. We will have a full discussion about the new Cannibal Corpse album. And a whole lot more, so check that out. They Live for Horror. The Void is out now. You heard a little bit of it here while we were on break, so check that out. Seen but Not Heard, coming soon with a new one again. So a lot of shit over on Planet SCL.
Planet SCL, taking a page out of Jeff Jarrett's book, hey, from TNA. Planet Jarrett. There you go.
Okay, let me tell you guys about SCL Gold, okay? You don't want to save money, right, in cash, because cash value can go away.
But gold is here
value
to
of
stay.
gold never goes away. That's why I want to offer to my friends here in chat right now, first, SCL Gold. Okay?
It's what it is. Guys, it's a better deal than what you think. It's a brick of hash with gold lining. So it looks like a brick of gold, but really you can smoke it. Eve 11. That one's for you.
I like it, dude. That I wouldn't feel bad about selling people.
No. Well, except for, we can't ship it across state lines and stuff.
You'd be amazed what you can ship through the mail, sir.
Oh yeah, no, you can do it. You can do it. Like I have a buddy who whenever he flies back to Canada, he sold. There you go, B-Rad. We got our first sale. But he every time he comes back, he pre-rolls joints into cigarettes. Like he'll roll the joint, he'll hollow out a cigarette, and he'll put the joint inside the cigarette.
and send them through the mail. Sorry for my coughing.
No, he'll vacuum seal them back up and then bring them on an airplane with him.
Oh, he put them in his ass or something?
No, he just put no, because the X-ray machine only sees it as inorganic and organic material. So if it's a pack of cigarettes, it just looks like it's tobacco inside the cigarettes, and the cigarettes are sealed so that it looks like they're not opened. So there's nothing to really be suspicious about.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't suggest sending illegal things, across the country. Wink. But if you did, use USPS, because UPS and all those other ones being private companies, they can open your package at any time. USPS has to go through quite a process to be able to open it up. So it's your best bet.
That's fair.
Yeah. Packing coffee or something. Anyway.
Yeah. I know a guy that puts cocaine in his socks.
In his socks?
Yeah, and flies with it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Gonna have people knocking your door down.
And his wife works at an airport.
Let's take a look at some of the headlines of the week. Lots of releases and a whole lot more in this week's news.
This week in the news, Mauro Ranallo returns to wrestling and WWE begins their post-WrestleMania cleanup. Over to you, Jim.
I'm Jim Vicious, and this is news to us. Let's start off. Might as well start off with these releases. It's the most interesting thing to talk about.
It really is, isn't it, though?
Yeah. Let's start. Just the post. I forgot about it. I'm so checked out on their shit. I forgot, like, oh yeah, dude, the fucking coming is coming.
Literally to the day from last year, April 15th.
Yeah. Tax day, dude.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Don't want to have to send them that slip for the next year?
I don't know. But yeah, they've done some releases, so let's go through some of these, and we will take them one by one.
Okay. Do you have the list?
I'm looking for my list, and I don't have it, so hit me with them.
I'm gonna get it for you here. Now, I was in the process of rolling the joint, but just give me a second here. Just give me a second. Okay.
Well, we'll start with some. Okay.
I got it. So let's start with Samoa Joe. So
let's start with the big one. Samoa Joe is the latest in line of, well, AEW can't sign everybody, but no. Come on, dude, you gotta sign. Samoa Joe.
yeah, like you've got to. You have to sign Samoa Joe. That is a must. Now there does come the issue of, is he liability health wise? Is that why they're not using him in the capacity? Some questions come up with the Joe thing, in my opinion. Whereas, like, okay, is this a case of where he wants to continue wrestling and WWE will not let him wrestle anymore? This is one of those, and what's behind that. So it's just interesting to see where that one goes.
Yeah, I mean, and New Japan would be awesome as well.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to go after Joe. And that's the thing, is now with AEW, it becomes pretty quickly apparent. It's like, some of these guys maybe you shouldn't have got. Miro comes to mind as a dude you should have just let go. You should have just let him fucking go. Yeah. Because you have such a limited amount of WWE guys you can hire, because they fire guys all the time. Yeah, they fire guys every year.
Yeah. And then there's also like Andrade. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think AEW I wouldn't go after him if I'm AEW.
But that's the thing. Like, in my opinion, ideally, if they didn't have so many of the WWE guys on their roster
already, they could go after it.
Samoa Joe and Andrade would be the two creme de la creme signings right now, to me.
I'm saying, like, if tomorrow, which it's not, but if tomorrow, like, a Cesaro, is available, like, you got to get him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
So why did you waste it on, like, guys you really didn't have to get? Who do they have that they didn't have to get? Miro? Sting?
Sting is a different
kind of isn't a
beast.
different thing.
Yeah, Sting's a different beast. You can't really lump him in on that.
Who else do they have from over there? I guess they haven't had all that many, have they? Spears?
Spears, yeah, that's another one. I really like what they're doing with Jake Hager, so I'm not going to say that. In a nutshell, there's not a lot. Like Ty Conti is turning out to be a great signing for him. And that, honestly, and you might not agree, makes me interested in the whole aspect of Peyton Royce and Billy Kay. Just because of the whole fact that you can see what AEW did with Ty Conti in the short time that she's been there. And it's one of those things where I wonder, like, let's say if they were signed by AEW, you give them a year and a bit or whatever, what would they develop into?
Dude, are we switching over to them already? We're not done with Joe yet. That's the one I'm gonna have to be like, because I have a lot to say about those two.
No, for sure.
Anyway.
Let's finish off with Joe.
I don't know. You got to sign Joe.
You
if
do.
you're AEW, you got to try. Who else is gonna get him? New Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, Ring of Honor is not going to come out, and I mean, they'll take him if he falls that far, but they're not going to offer Joe a ton of money to come over there.
Yeah. To me, the ROH thing, I feel like it's a possibility just because of Joe's history with ROH.
Who's going to fucking wrestle there?
I don't know. Brody King. That's a match that I would love to see.
I suppose. I don't know. I don't see him falling that far.
I don't either,
Joe,
but I would be surprised.
It's tiered, man. It's AEW, New Japan. Well, if New Japan even wants a guy, which I think they would, Joe.
There's New Japan,
but it's just like a ping pong. From there, it's Impact. Below that is Ring of Honor. I mean, it's just how far does a guy fall?
Yeah. I would honestly, if it wasn't for the partnership with AEW, Impact and ROH would be neck and neck, in my opinion. The only thing that brings Impact up a little bit is the partnership with AEW.
Yeah. I mean, AEW and New Japan.
Yeah.
Get him. That would be,
Yep.
Because, dude, Joe in New Japan would be fucking awesome.
It would be. There's a lot of matches that I would love to see there. Like, imagine like a, even just way out of left field, Samoa Joe and Yuji Nagata. Right? Like, just
Joe and Ishii comes to mind, right?
Joe and Ishii, that's the ultimate creme de la creme. Joe and Shingo, which actually I'm sure that's actually happened before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of matches that come to mind that I'd love to see Joe in. And Joe's the kind of guy that you bring him over to Japan and he's got a look that would be intriguing to them.
I don't know. It's such an exciting time. So.
It is.
I assume he wants to wrestle.
That he has said that he doesn't think his wrestling days are over.
But what what show are you gonna get, man? In NXT he was pretty good. I mean, he didn't come there and really do anything that was that awesome, did he?
Well, no, but they also saddled him in these roles with Shinsuke Nakamura, who obviously had already checked out at that point in time. He did have a big. He had like two big feuds, and they were, to me, like, he had too many matches with Balor and he had too many matches with Nakamura. And there wasn't really much outside of that, that I even remember.
I don't know, but I guess they have 90 days. I heard that they're going to try. Some of the people are going to try to ask to get it, taken off. Which they're not going to. So good luck with that. But
no.
Well, Joe's the big one. So
yeah,
I mean, AEW. If AEW is not going to sign him, you go Impact. Then below them is Ring of Honor.
Yeah. A part of me feels like Impact's a completely different company now than it was when Joe left. But Impact did Joe dirty so many times. Like, there's got to be residual feelings of like, I ain't going to Impact. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't care who you are. You don't want to go to fucking Impact.
No.
You want to go to. No. I mean, really, like, honestly, is there somebody who becomes a free agent is like, I'd rather go to Impact than AEW? I don't know why you would.
No, definitely not. You wouldn't. That's the thing. You wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. Either way, no matter where he goes, it's going to be fucking better than where he was for us. We're going to get to see him do shit that's not stupid.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But who's the next name you want to really go for?
Yeah, he's Tyson Kidd, but Tyson Kidd was how good was Tyson Kidd anyway? Right?
Yeah, well, Tyson Kidd is a good worker. Outside of that, though, you know what I mean? There's no charisma. Well, he was because he can't wrestle anymore.
I know. Yeah.
But there's also the Tyson Kidd that you see now, who is the complete WWE shill, and it's like the best women's wrestling is in the WWE. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you just haven't watched any women's wrestling outside of the WWE, obviously.
He needs to spend more time wrestling with his wife. You see that chick is like, she's so pent up. If you ever watched the
it's
Total Divas or whatever that she was on, it's like she's just like trying to get Tyson Kidd to fuck her, and he's just like out in the living room watching Cesaro matches.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, he's watching Cesaro.
Me and Cesaro here. This is where we fucking won the tag belts or whatever.
Yeah, well,
like, yeah, cool, dude.
While she's walking around in lingerie, damn near just fucking fondling.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude. It's like, I'll tell you what, man. If you'd rather play Call of Duty than fuck your girlfriend, I'll come over and fuck your girlfriend. Ever give me a call?
Fucking hell. So you had a what was that? Go for it.
Oh, just go for what's important in life.
There you go.
So yeah, there you go with Joe. But you talked about the Iconics.
Yeah. I by no means think that.
Did you know that the Iconics were Ric Flair and Ric Flair? It's like, what if Ric Flair tagged up with Ric Flair?
If you go on Twitter, that's what you'd be led to believe. Yeah.
I've been waiting all week because like I want to say all this shit on Twitter, but I don't anymore. You know, it's like I feel like you should at least have to come here and give me something to get a take on anything, you know? Download or a stream or something.
I understand. That's
I'm not going to sit and argue with dumb fucks, you know? But
well, what's the point, right?
Ric Flair. It's like Ric Flair tagging up with Ric Flair, you know? These chicks sucked. They had a good, you know, it's like, I think some people have a different idea of what pro wrestling is than we do.
Yeah.
What did that one guy say that I responded? I'm like, but then again, I like pro wrestling. What the fuck did that dude say?
I can't remember. Was that on the tweet that I had?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I can't.
There's like people who were like, oh, they were fucking great. And this, like, they had like kind of catchy little out of the ring things.
Yeah. Like the pose.
And their matches were dog shit.
Yeah. But like, that's why all I was saying was like, I would be intrigued to see how they would develop given QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes' guidance, because of what we've seen happen with Ty Conti, who was in the exact same position, actually even lower, because she didn't have any kind of charisma going for her at all that I ever seen. And she's come in and she's gotten a hell of a lot better. Her way she goes around the ring, you can kind of tell what she's thinking on her face, kind of deal, character wise.
She's an athlete, though. These chicks aren't athletes.
It's one of them's a lifter. You never know. You never know what could happen. You never know. I'm just saying, I would be intrigued to see how they would develop in the AEW system, because the WWE system we know doesn't work.
I'd be intrigued to see them quit wrestling. Honestly. But whatever, man. I hope they don't show up on AEW. Like, I've always hated that whole thing.
I don't see them showing up on AEW. I see Impact through and through. That's what I see.
Yeah, I'm AEW. I'm not taking these two. Fuck that.
No, God, no. But you know what, though? I can see this.
But happening. If I'm Impact, maybe I pick them up. Yeah. See, that's the thing, is you have these different points of view.
Yeah.
You can look at any given company and go, yes, I would take this guy. No, I wouldn't. If I were this company.
Yeah.
If you're Impact, then yeah, I would probably.
Impact has a little bit more of a comedy side to them. They're more of a like late night SNL type deal. They're just not done as well. I mean, well, SNL sucks these days for the last like 30 years, anyways. But it's just one of those things where it would fit certain guys, like you said, and certain ones like AEW is more of a sports feel. It's not going to fit them, even though they have like dinosaurs and shit. But like.
Yeah, I don't know. So
But I can
Billie Kay
see-
is terrible.
She is. She's hot garbage. I can see AEW signing Peyton Royce though, because she's Sean Spears' wife. I can see that happening because they seem to take
But-
everybody and their wife.
I'm not taking your wife, dude. Sorry. Let her work at Impact.
Evil Evan's correct though. The Knockouts tag division does need bodies.
I guess I don't watch that stuff, so but more power to them. But I just thought it was insane how people are like, "Oh my god!" You think that they, release fucking Macho Man Randy Savage in his prime or something. The way that people are losing their fucking minds.
It's disgusting.
And like, I guess
really.
Kevin Dunn, allegedly, according to like what Ringside News or some bullshit ass Twitter page
I
that
think
just
it was- I
says
think it
whatever
was
they want to
Fightful.
say.
I think it was Fightful, honestly. I'm not sure.
I don't know. He didn't get Billie Kay. Yeah, I didn't either.
No, there's nothing to get.
What is there to
My
get?
opinion.
Yeah, she's
Like she's a comedy character as like this obnoxious lady. There's a place for it. Somewhere there's a place for it. But like just the whole package with the wrestling and everything, like no.
yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll pass on that. Who else we got, man?
We have here, let's see, Mickey James, which I can see her going to not because of Nick Aldis, but I can see Mickey James going to the NWA. Wouldn't mind seeing a Thunder Rosa Mickey James match, actually. I think that would be pretty good.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Mickey James is almost like one you bring in for a little bit. you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Like what they did with, I liked how they did with Matt Cardona, right? Matt
Yeah.
Cardona came into AEW for a little bit and then went to Impact.
Or maybe he was with Impact and that was the beginning of the talent trade with Impact. Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? Like I don't know how they did it.
You gotta actually really have to respect the restraint there, right? Like they didn't just hire Matt Cardona to AEW.
No, they didn't. And they used him and they found out that, you know what, man, this guy, people are not really into it right now. Put him away. He can go to Impact. Maybe he'll develop some kind of character there. And then maybe bring him over to AEW.
That was always their plan, was like a temporary thing
Yeah.
there, So.
And like that's where Mickey James going to NWA would help because you have that working development with NWA, so you can have Mickey James come over every now and then. Win-win for
I don't know.
everybody.
How old is she, man?
She's old enough to be considered to soon bring up the to retire, I guess. But I could see her doing one more run.
I suppose. Yeah, she's good. I mean, I don't know where she goes. Impact, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe Impact or NWA, I'd see. But who knows? ROH is trying to build up this Women's of Honor division. They have a tournament scheduled. I don't know if this falls in line. I don't know when the tournament begins. But,
Are you serious? They're doing a Women of Honor thing still?
well, it's not the Women of Honor anymore. It's just the women's division. I'm stuck calling it the Women of Honor just because that's what it was always called.
Ring of Honor should have ditched that women's division, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Never should have fucking had one to start with.
with all these, with the indies and everything coming up, there's a place for the women's division of Ring of Honor if they can get the right talent. Right now, they don't have the right talent, but there are talent to get, and it could work out. But
I don't even know who they have now.
I don't think they have much of it. They got like Angelina Love,
In Ring of Honor?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah, it's like they're doing like the Beautiful People again. Only it's called the Allure.
Oh my!
But it's not Velvet Sky. It's Angelina Love and Mandy Leone. The lady that fucks the Booker.
Yeah. Great. Mandy Leone is fucking. She wrestle. She's terrible at it, like talking and shit.
Yeah.
She hosts that show. Yeah. She right there. Like who is it? So it's like, oh yeah, she like dates. I'm like, oh okay, that makes sense. I get it. Okay. So
Here, Chelsea Green is another one that got released.
man, she had a shitty run there.
Yeah, every time she debuted, she got hurt. That's really, that's the ins and outs of it, I would imagine. You know what I mean? But she can, I can see her going to Impact, really.
That's where she's gonna go. Yeah.
She had a good run there as the crazy Chelsea Green, and that was the best she ever got, in my opinion. And I would welcome that back. She's a good worker. She's obviously got
don't
charisma.
send her back to that. Let her actually do something.
I don't know. I think so. I like it. I would do it. But hey, that's just me. Find a way to get there if it works. Let's see who else.
She was stuck in that there, and needed to get out of it any fucking way, dude. Like, this is a perfect chance to be out of it. You think that went on for fucking an eternity?
Well, I mean, I
didn't it?
Didn't
she like the crazy bride for fucking like ever?
Maybe for like a year or so, maybe 2 years.
I don't know. Yeah, if I'm Impact, I'd bring her back, but I would let her be herself or something.
I don't think there's anything to her as herself. I think that was some of the problem that she had in WWE.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, I guess.
But either way, we'll see what happens. Then
how was she so hot in Lucha Underground? Remember that? Like, she showed up in Lucha Underground, and she was just like way hotter than I've ever seen her before.
Because she was wearing all black, and she had her hair dyed black. And Jim, we all know you like your that. I don't know what to call it. Black, not black. I'm just, you know what I mean.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm sure it does. Let's see here. I'm going to quickly rhyme off a couple names here because really that's all that's left. Tucker, Tucky, Kalisto, Mojo Rawley, Bo Dallas, and Wesley Blake.
Kalisto's fucking good. I mean, I don't know about AEW signing him.
No,
probably
MLW. Not. I can see MLW.
MLW. He's so far. He's good, man.
He is good, and he might not fall that far because of the WWE just moniker behind him now.
What's he gonna be though? He can't be Kalisto.
He's gonna be Salito del Sol. That's what he's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right. So I can see him going. He just seems like a fit for MLW to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the Azteca Underground or Lucha Azteca deal that they're doing now. ROH has a lot of luchadors. I would be interested to see that.
Yeah, he'll go on to do all kinds of good lucha things,
Just won't be on the mic, thankfully.
Goddamn woo, exactly, dude. It's like perfect timing, even though there's like a 15-second delay. Somehow, as I said it.
Goddamn woo.
So is that Bo Dallas, dude? Does he get a job anywhere?
No, he was retiring from wrestling. I had heard, listening to a podcast, that he had plans to make a farm and move there with Liv Morgan. I don't know if they're a thing or not, but it's just such a fucking crazy story to believe.
I would be really surprised if she fucked him.
I mean, she did fuck Enzo, so.
Yeah, that's true. I thought she was with what's his name?
I don't know, man. I just heard this on a podcast, and I don't know if there's any validity to it. I don't know if it's just something he said as a joke. If it's like one of those Otis and Mandy things that he was doing on Twitter for years. It feels like.
There you go. So Bo Dallas is done. That's good. At least we don't have to hear him. Remember they he was just a piece of shit on Raw, and they'd always be like, "Well, the first NXT champion." Like, why are you saying that all the time?
When they had, what was it? The Freaks with Adam Rose and stuff, and he was doing like the rapping gimmick, and that I thought was really funny. You remember the one where you like had a rap off of Flow Rider, and like he did surprisingly well.
Man, barely.
It was funny. Come on, don't.
I
be
barely
such a
remember
curmudgeon.
that.
But yeah, no. Either way, Bo Dallas. You'll never see Bo Dallas in wrestling again.
Okay.
It's crazy that we never got to see anything Bo Dallas and Fiend related though.
Tucker Knight, Tucker. Yeah, we knew. Like the second they broke that team up, like, oh, this guy's dead.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's just how it goes, man. You see that over and over.
Yeah,
company. Same thing with the Iconics. Everyone was like, I mean, I will agree with them there. Like, why did you break them up? That was stupid.
It made no sense. Yeah, no.
That's what they do. Everything though, every fucking thing. They break it up, and everybody's like, "What? They broke up the Hurt Business, and then like put Baron Corbin with him instead." I don't know why. Those guys are dead. Those guys are dead without it. Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. What's he gonna do without the Hurt Business? Nothing.
Be released next year on this fucking April 15th.
Probably.
So who else did I miss? Oh, Mojo Rawley. I love how he was like the next day. He mustn't have been home or something to take the call.
Because they will not announce you until they physically tell you themselves, right? Like, so that's probably what it was. Because I believe Doc Gallows has a story along that ilk where he avoided the call, like he wouldn't answer the phone or something, right? Well, somebody along those lines. I did like how though, as soon as Tucky gets released, the word gets out that he's released. He posts a picture of him golfing, smoking a big joint. It's like fuck yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and then he's been the one that's been like everybody's just like thanks WWE for the time and the money and bullshit like that. And you got Tucky, he's just on Twitter just being like, never gonna change unless that old man's gone, right?
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh,
like people are like,
awesome.
why did they break you up? And he's like, I thought it was stupid too. And he's just going through it. It's like, fuck, man. Okay, I like you.
Yeah, well, maybe he can go. I mean, where does he go? Impact? He'd pick up
Maybe
that guy?
Impact. Yeah, I don't see AEW, but maybe Impact. I think isn't his old tag team partner there? Wasn't Sawyer Fulton his old tag team partner?
I think they were tag team partners at some point. Yeah.
So like you can probably put him with Sammy and Sawyer. Is that what the team is? Sammy Callahan. And
they're a group, I think. Yeah, some kind of group.
Yeah, because he can't be with the Christ brothers because one of them's a piece of shit now.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. And yeah, so Mojo, I don't know. Mojo Rawley's he's wrestling anymore? I don't know.
No. I don't think he really had passion for it anyways to begin with.
I think he did. No, I think he really did. He like really wanted to fucking be a wrestler, and he like really. That's like I never understood why they never did anything. Like why'd they even bother? Yeah. I don't know why they bother with these people. They'll sign them to NXT, they'll pay them for like 5 years, 6 years, and then just release them. Never did anything with them.
Yeah. I think I really honestly think that this whole thing runs by numbers. I'm sure it's all brass tacks, but I assume that they have like this. I don't want to give them too much credit, like this equation that they use to garner when they've paid them too much over a period of time and got nothing back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let's say now the ceiling is $500,000, right? Let's go $300,000 because these NXT guys don't get paid a huge amount of money. Once you make it like Wesley Blake, he hovered around it because he kept on having some high profile tag team matches, you know, as like the Ass Fuck Twins and the Forgotten Sons. Like he's really forgotten now. He's just, his equation is a bit skewed because he's made a little bit of money, quote unquote, like just as an example, you know. But I think that's probably how it works. I don't know. I'm just really stoned rambling on about like. I feel like I'm Zach or just fucking Zach Gaffigan or whatever. I don't know. Wrong name. I'm just gonna shut up.
You mixed Jim Gaffigan and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis is what I was trying to do.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Thank you for at least getting what I was. Okay.
Is there anything else? Who else? Did we talk about everybody then?
Wesley Blake was the last one that we hadn't really touched on.
Oh yeah, one of the Ass Fuck Twins.
Yeah, finally let go.
They paid that guy forever.
For a long time.
Buddy Murphy is still there though, huh?
Buddy Murphy's still there, but he made it to the main roster, but they keep on forgetting about him. But at least he's with Rollins. No, he's not with Rollins anymore, is he?
He used to be, had that thing with Mysterio's daughter. It's just like 1 week just stopped, I think.
Yeah, they just dropped that.
He was somewhere talking about how he wants to have a match with Omega. Like, why would I want to see Omega go against like fucking low rent WWE Omega?
He
like,
did steal
dude who stole all Kenny Omega's moves. What the fuck?
Yeah, no. I will say though, Buddy Murphy, I'd like to see what he can do outside of the WWE because he's obviously strangled there. You know, what I mean, I think there's an upside to Buddy Murphy, but
I think he's good. I think, but I mean, what is he gonna show up as a dark version of Omega, like a mask, a dark scorpion?
V Trigger versus V Trigger.
Yeah. No thanks, dude. So yeah, I mean, of all the people, they have a zillion people on the roster, and they like get rid of like 6. How many was it total? Honestly,
I think it was 10.
I
think it was 10.
Oh, we go through 10? 10 people, and everyone's like losing their shit. Like, what about all the other guys they could release? Holy shit!
1, 2.
Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode.
11.
Like 11.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they're not going to get rid of those guys. Not yet, anyways. Dolph Ziggler, they're never going to get rid of Dolph Ziggler. He's there for life.
Fucking guy.
And he better hope he doesn't get fired because I don't think he's got nowhere to go. But have you seen that he promotes AEW Dynamite on his Twitter every Wednesday?
Does he really? Well, his brother's on there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like go watch Dynamite to see it. Like it'd just be a funny picture of his brother. It's just like go watch Dynamite to see this goof get his ass kicked. Right? Like every Wednesday. I wonder if anybody from WWE's actually really noticed that.
No one pays attention to Dolph Ziggler. Just like the fans. Like nobody cares what he's doing.
Dolph Ziggler could probably make a Twitch account and get away with it.
Yeah, no one cares. So there you go. Some releases. Also, Evilise was released from AEW.
Yeah. She says it's because she spoke up about mistreatment.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's always something else, man. It's just comical to see somebody who has an extreme, just look at it and go like, oh, it's not me, it's this or that, and it's like, it's you, it's fucking you.
Yeah.
We're all saying it, dude. Fucking realize it. You are the problem.
Yeah. If everywhere you go there's problems, maybe you are the problem. It's just the way it is. And
I've heard a bunch of different, reports of people saying like all this, so.
Yeah, it's been known that she's hard to deal with, and that's why she's never really gotten anywhere. So fuck it, let her be gone.
So now you got Diamante though,
yeah,
like on her own. Which like, what are you gonna fucking do with her on her own?
Nothing at all.
With Evilise is like okay.
Yeah, she had somewhere to go. Like they won that tag team tournament bullshit, which. It's funny. It's mere months after that. It's like that tag team's no longer there. But
tag teams are made to be broken up.
Yep.
And the tag team champions are made to be dudes who are just put together. That's how they roll over there. Anyway, okay. So what else we got, man?
Let's see here. When it comes to news, I don't have a huge amount.
Adnan Virk replaces Tom Phillips on Raw.
I have no idea who Adnan Virk is. Not a fucking clue. Never ever heard of him before in my life until like now.
He's Canadian born. He was fired by ESPN in 2019 for leaking information to the media about the company. Let me fucking hire this guy.
Dave Meltzer's new inside source.
He has since moved on to work for MLB Network, NHL Network, DAZN, and his own podcast where he talks about movies. Well, that's clever.
I think he used to do the Score here in Canada for a bit, but I'm not sure.
He knows nothing about wrestling, and his call on Monday, like, dude, you build the fucking people up. Wasn't NXT not made for this?
Yeah.
Where you get people ready to take over for announcing. Instead, you bring in a guy who's never called a wrestling match in his life. This is Monday Night Raw live for 3 hours. Good luck.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about wrestling.
Yeah, sink or swim.
Yeah. The return of What a Maneuver, man. It's awesome.
Speaking of What a Maneuver, you want to get your Federation t-shirts, go over there.
Boom. Advertising genius. What else is there, man? This show's gotten I am so fucking Like you might as well you should have a reggae background track.
Oh, dude, like if
Oh,
if this was a video podcast, it would just be a haze in my place.
Yeah. I'm so baked I want to listen to reggae.
Want to eat melon. The only other real bit of news that I have is Pat McAfee also joining the SmackDown commentary team.
McAfee. Remember, there's a whole thing about that.
I know
how you say it.
Yeah, but it's not McDonald's. It's McDonald's. So it's Mac. Wait. Doing it again. I see. Anyways, Pat.
First half of the show is pretty good, but then they get so high, it just gets retarded.
I'm just gonna call him Postman Pat for now. Fuck it.
Postman Pat. At
Was
least
that a
he's
show
good.
when you were a kid?
No.
Oh, fair enough.
At least he's gonna do a good job on commentary. I didn't hear it or anything, but I mean, he's good at talker, so yep, I'm sure he's fine. He knows wrestling. He likes wrestling.
Yep, exactly.
Great. Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis sign with Ring of Honor. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Impact Rebellion main event between the champion versus champion between Rich Swann and Kenny Omega. Mauro Ranallo is going to be calling that bitch.
Yeah. That's a cool one right there. Have you seen his hair recently though?
Is it really long?
It looks like he's got his own like Hulk Hogan war bonnet on his head, but it's just hair.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's combed back. It covers his ears. He honestly looks like he's like a member of Clockwork Orange or something. Yeah, it's fucking odd.
He's like, I'll just do that main event match.
But
But that's cool. I like
cool.
That's a great idea. Mauro Ranallo is gonna stroll down there and just fucking annihilate that commentary.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something, dude. That's gonna be a cool match anyway. And to me, it's a dream match. I don't give a fuck. Rich Swann's fucking awesome. I've been a fan of that dude since he was on the Indies.
Yeah.
So that's a dream match to me. And with this, it's gonna be, you got Omega and Swann, and in a company where you can do, where the artist is allowed to fucking create and paint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not paint by numbers. Here's what you're gonna do. It's do whatever the fuck. You just do what you want.
No.
Jericho was talking about that on the Broken Skull thing, which that happened. Did you watch that?
I did actually. I thought that was a very easy watch. Like me and Travis watched it.
God, Jericho's a cunt though. Just the stench of cunt the whole time. He's so pretentious, man. It's so just like, but it was a fun watch.
He's the perfect person to have though, to be on your team going around talking to people. You know what I mean? Like, say what you will about his beliefs and everything like that. He's fun to watch. You know what I mean? And especially for somebody that is not a wrestling fan or doesn't watch wrestling through and through, Chris Jericho's entertaining.
Yeah, it was good.
A lot of heavy AEW talk. You got to think that Vince is never going to see this, right?
Yeah. The Viking Raiders returned on Raw. Huh?
Yeah. Woo.
Last time you saw those guys, they were fucking playing mini golf and bowling in costumes and shit with
Street Profits.
Are those guys around? I haven't heard anything about those guys.
Yeah, I think they're on SmackDown.
They're just like, are they on TV? I've literally heard nothing about them.
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person. I don't know. I don't watch WWE TV, Jim.
I don't either. But someone in there,
someone in
we've
the chat
lost
has
people.
to know. No, we haven't lost people. We've got the same. We've had one, at least by the numbers I'm looking at, anyways.
Well, anyway, I don't hear anything about them. It'd be funny if they were just like sitting around and catering over there.
Yeah.
But anyway. And Jim Ross, where did he say this?
Oh, this is actually, I don't know anything about this.
It must be on his podcast, huh? It doesn't really say. Oh yeah, the Grilling JR podcast. He's talking about how there's nobody better than Randy Orton right now. It's like, dude, I know this is your podcast, but like we also do employ you at AEW. Yeah? Like maybe you could just Randy Orton's the best. Nobody's better than him right now. The last year of what this guy's been doing. I just thought it was a crazy fucking comment, dude.
Yeah,
Like
no.
maybe I mean JR really doesn't know shit maybe anymore.
Well, like it's one of those things where you can only be so in with today's wrestling when you're 60 years old. You know what I mean? Like we're like me and you, Jim. You take it when we're 60. There's a 90% chance we're going to hate anything that came in the last 20 years. You know what I mean?
I just sneeze like 10 times over here.
Because like it goes with music and movies. Everything was always better when you were around to watch it when you were younger. Because your mind forms around one way, and that's how you get to know it, and then that's how it comes to be for you. And it's just the way it goes. And obviously, I think it's obvious that he's going to think Randy Orton was, because that was around the heyday of him developing talent himself and signing them. And of course, he's going to think of the guy that he signed out of fucking college basically is the best wrestler. You know what I mean? It's because he did it. It's ego. Of course Jim Ross has an ego. He wouldn't be where he is if he didn't have an ego.
Fair enough. I just thought it was funny.
But it is funny. It's a take that is just like, no man, that's way out of left field. You're way off the ball.
Yeah.
At least Jim
I don't
Ross
like
is not
his
doing
commentary.
the
I don't like him on the show.
No, me neither. To me it's a little sometimes condescending.
They fucked up when they signed him at a time when everybody already knew he fucking is done.
Yeah.
When he would just butcher that New Japan. He did that New Japan shit and it was just like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but you're not going to be able to fire him or move him off commentary until his contract is up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where once his contract is up, I'm sure he is done. At least in a on television role. Could he be of help being backstage? I think so. I think there's a role for him.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
But in front of the camera, it doesn't need to happen. Yeah, maybe doing like the sit down interview style that he used to do in the Attitude Era.
Those are great. He's done some of those in AEW. Yeah. Those are great.
Those you have him do that more of an Alex Marvez type role, not being a backstage interviewer, but a more face-to-face interviewer. But there's their commentary. They got a lot of people under contract to do commentary, and their commentary is slated for years to come. They're fine commentary wise. Excalibur and Tony Schiavone with insert person here, like even Big Show. Big Show's is fun on commentary so far. He's only going to get better. Yeah,
there you go. And I was meant to mention this like 2 weeks ago or last week. I always keep forgetting. Hey, mention this on your wrestling podcast. I have officially become a fanhausen of Danhausen.
Oh yeah, Danhausen's great. The ROH show did it for me.
I saw that dude around. I remember when he got signed by Ring of Honor. I remember seeing it in the news, and I'm like, I don't really know who this guy is. Dan, I know who he is. I've seen him and shit, but like, I actually took the time to watch some of his matches and actually like some of his promos, or just him like going through pro wrestling tees like a madman going on a tour and just like fucking with shit. And I mean, like, it's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. His matches are good. His wrestling is good. And he's just fucking grinding it, dude. He's on YouTube posting shit. All it is like 3,000 or 4,000 views, it's just sad, really, because the shit's fucking great. And it's like, this guy's trying so hard. I was like, God damn it, I really liked I am going to fly the flag of Danhausen.
I really like the gimmick. It's one of the upsides of ROH to me, is Danhausen.
Yeah, it's very nice, but very evil.
No swearing.
Yeah. And now very rich. Because look on YouTube, they have a good chunk of a match he had with Orange Cassidy. at I don't know what that wrestling is. First Wrestling in Minneapolis.
Okay.
From like, I don't know, a couple years ago. It's just great. Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. It's as awesome as you think it would be.
I bet. Dan
He comes to
Housen,
the
best
ring,
friends.
and they got that little side thing on Ring of Honor that says he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fantastic. It's a comedy character in wrestling that really works. It's not insulting. It's tongue in cheek. You can watch, the guy's a good worker, so it's not just bashing you over the head. Yeah, I like him. I think he's really
fucking
good.
great. And his YouTube channel is like silly as shit, man.
I've never seen his
does-
YouTube channel. I gotta check
Oh
that out.
man, as that character, he does like a cooking show. In his kitchen, he does like unboxing of action figures. He does all of his like people send him shit in the mail. He sits and opens it all. Skits, I mean, just all kinds of shit. It's fucking funny as hell. Yes, I am a Stanhausen fanhausen for Danhausen.
Yeah, no, it's good. I am too. Thumbs
At
up.
least 300 pounds. Yeah, that's another thing he says. Great, man. He comes out with that fucking cape and shit.
Yeah, he's like a over the top comic book villain almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fact that he fell to Ring of Honor is kind of a fucking bummer. How old is he?
I don't think he fell to Ring of Honor. I think he rose. You know what I mean? Like, he's only on the upswing here now. You know what I mean? Like, I can see him using Ring of Honor as a stepping stone.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how old. He debuted in 2013. I don't think it has his age online.
Is he that secretive?
I mean, there's like, I saw this video on YouTube. Man, I can't remember the name of that thing, but they take clips from their video, like their podcast, which I never listened to, but they kind of go through his whole thing where he started off as just like a dude,
Yeah.
and through everything else. So I don't know, but he's not that old if he debuted in 2013. So
No.
I mean, this guy is like should be on fucking Dynamite. He really should be on Dynamite.
Well, it's like when they had Warhorse come in for Cody. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it was like, I thought that they would have Danhausen come in, but like, I wasn't aware of his.
They don't fuck with Ring of Honor.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't aware that he was with Ring of Honor. I wasn't aware he was with Ring of Honor until I watched him on that Ring of Honor show. You know what
Turns out that when you convince a company to help you do a pay-per-view and foot the fucking bill on a bunch of shit and provide the people, that when you use that to fucking sell your own company and then ass fuck them, that they're not very cool with you anymore.
Yeah.
If I'm Ring of Honor, I'm telling those guys to eat a bag of dicks.
No, 100%. 100%. And then you also got AEW now partnering with New Japan. That was ROH's territory before, but honestly though, right now, with how like AEW is banding up with other promotions, with Impact and New Japan, it's either ship in or ship out. Like, they can either work with all these people or stand on an island alone. One of the two. Which
I
one's
don't
gonna
have
work
anything
out
to
better
offer,
for them?
really. I mean,
they got nothing. They don't have so much to offer, but they do have a lot to gain. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I'm surprised it's still going. Honestly, I figured like it must still make sense for them because I said in the second it stops making financial sense for Sinclair, it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
To the highest bidder. Period. That's it.
And I assume it's soon going to stop.
And I can't believe they're still like, it's still a thing.
Yeah, and
honestly.
they don't plan on having any fans in their shows until late 2021. So they're thinking that far ahead at least. So the pandemic seems like it's still going to be the same ROH going through.
I just got my second one the other day. I think you have to wait like a week. My chick just got her first one, so I'm waiting. I haven't been to a Chinese buffet in over a year, and it's
killing you.
It's a real sad fucking situation.
Yeah, the vaccine's not readily available in Canada yet.
Really?
No, you still have to be old or like really need it to get it.
dropping the ball up there, dude.
Oh yeah, they really did.
My chick wants to go home because she got fucked by this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
She hasn't been able to go home. She usually goes home twice a year.
Yeah.
And she can't go home. And they just did shit in Ontario, the entire province of Ontario,
shut down again,
where you can't go out.
Yeah.
And if you're out at night, the police can stop you and ask the man like where you're going and get your information and your address and shit.
Yep.
Holy fuck! Is it bad there? Are there a lot of cases? Or?
I don't really know if I'm very far away from Ontario.
It's crazy shit.
I know that Alberta is. I mean, we're like the Texas of Canada. It's going to take a lot to shut Alberta down. But yeah, no, Ontario, Toronto is a very densely populated area. I can understand them trying to put restrictions on Toronto. It is the biggest city in Canada. But I mean, yeah.
I had minimal to no effects to the chat here. Asking my second shot. I had almost zero effect for my second Pfizer shot. So, I know people who had issues with Moderna second shot, and I think Pfizer's, but I didn't have any problems. So, I think we're done with news, right?
I got nothing else for news.
One other thing I just wanted to point out, because like, I don't really rave about things very often where I'm like, holy shit, this is great. This place open here, it's a chain, so you may have them in your area. I think Cheeseman, one just opened out there. It's called Crumble. Have you heard of this place? It's like a cookie chain.
No, I've never heard of it.
It is the fucking shit. They have like gourmet cookies. Giant, insanely terrible for you cookies. they're like $3 a piece, man. I got 4 cookies. It was $11. But fucking worth it. God damn it.
I'm looking for it now. Crumble, just
it's
the word
without
crumble?
the E. It's like, CRUMBL.
CRUMBL without
L,
the E.
yeah. Dude, unbelievable.
It auto corrects it to crumble all the time. Crumble cookies.
Yeah, they have a website, I'm sure.
I'm on the website here now, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, wow.
This place is fucking... It just opened here, and I guess they're, like, expanding and opening kind of all over the place now, but... Dude. Fucking pretty crazy.
There is none in Canada.
Yeah, I'm sure not.
No.
I'm sure not.
It's disappointing.
But you can, like, order on the... You go in and you just order on this wall. It's just, like, you just hit the screen of what you want. You pay with your card right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they make cookies there all day, and like, dude, I mean, they're like, you take a bite of it, and it's like, oh my fuck, Jesus Christ.
You make me jealous, Jim.
It's pretty good. It's definitely like crack. My chick brought some home from work, like 2 cookies, and I had one. And I was like, oh my god! And I went there, and I'm like, I just want to go there all the time, but I can't. Yeah, there you go. See, he knows.
Hey, you know what? Though it's a big day. It's a big day here in Grand Prairie too, because we got news that we're getting a Taco Bell.
Look at all these stone motherfuckers in here who've had crumble. They know what's up, dude. Salted caramel cheesecake one, yeah, dude. I had this like fucking cotton candy one yesterday. Cheese man, there's one out in his area. Bake this shit and then go there and get cookies. You might like have a little bit of pre-cum in your shorties.
And can somebody vacuum seal one and send me them? Because I'd like to try them. I'll pay you.
They're fucking great, man.
I would love to try.
So
it's cookies. They can't really go bad that fast, can they?
Cookies? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Like if you
like
put them in like
stale by the time you get them.
If you freeze them, put them in like a container.
You might be able to order them on their website. I think you can actually.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe not to Canada. I don't know.
It's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, pretty good stuff, man. But yeah, I don't know. You got anything else happening in life? Anything?
No,
to talk about?
not really.
Did you do anything interesting?
It's getting really warm here now, so that's pretty dope. The sun's shining. Going out in shorts in the morning for a smoke. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Fucking beautiful, bud.
Fucking beautiful, bud. Look at that sun, bud.
Yeah. So there you go. I think that's gonna do it then. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. You know, like it's been a long episode actually.
Yeah. That's gonna do it. Thank you, all the motherfuckers watching live.
Yeah. No.
This might be a new record for watching now. Fucking hey.
It could be at a concurrent rate. It's not, I mean, the only reason why we do this is for you guys in the chat. You know what I mean? It's so fun to do this show and just bounce things off of so many people. You know what I mean? It just brings another aspect. There's always questions that we always have, and then people can give us answers.
Yeah, rocks, dude. Yeah, much love to everybody who comes and hangs out live and in the chat. I like it. It's hopefully we can get more people, man. I like the idea that maybe some of these people don't actually get up and get stoned.
No,
but a lot of them fucking do, and that's awesome. The idea that we're all across this fucking planet just hanging out, kind of, and
and at least they act like they do. You know what I mean? They at least playing with it, play along. So
it's great. But that is gonna do it. Check out the Federation, Old Guy Metalcast. Check Engine Light Podcast. They live for more. Seen but not heard. All that shit.
Planet SCL.
Yeah. You got more. You can do Blink 182 talk over on the Federation. I think that's going to do it then, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that an Impact pay-per-view next Sunday?
Yeah, no. Rebellion, yes. Yes, it would be next. I don't know if it's Sunday or Saturday, actually.
The 25th.
Now you're expecting me to have a
Sunday.
around.
No, it's Sunday.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, no.
The big dick.
So we'll
one is
preview
in the
it.
chat.
Yeah. Next week we'll be back. We'll preview that show and recap everything else that's going on. Maybe they'll fire some more people from WWE. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh, what? Red-eyed villain, dude. That's dick rude.
That's what I said. The big dick one is in the chat, and you just fucking blew right on by, bro.
You to fuck your wives, long dick style and thick dick style. Fucking tremendous. Well, that's it. We thank you very much for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. Till then, may you get all the dick and a pussy you desire. Remember, a winner is you, and be excellent to each other.
Suplex City Limits. Suplex City Limits. Suplex City Limits. Suplex City Limits.